All right, everybody, welcome back to Asian Guys Talk About the NBA, the Jeremy Lin edition in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is part 2. Watch part 1 in the description below.
All right, we're gonna talk about some more fun stuff for you kids too, though, because this is really dope for us. Because as like wannabe NBA geeks, I'm like soaking it all in. But we're getting some stuff. A lot of people on the internet are saying, "Yo, Jeremy, what's up with the hair? You look like you had the Asian bowl cut, but some people were like, nah, he's more going for Gohan." And then the next game you went with Goku.
Yeah. And I feel like the mohawk right now, as it is like kind of a punk rock, like Sum 41, like.
I'll explain it all to you. First of all, I'll give you guys a nice look.
Oh my god!
So this has been like, I've been surprised how much attention my hair has got. But basically, how it all started was me and my little brother. If you watch the way we dress or some of the things we like to do, sometimes it's a little off the wall, just to express ourselves or just to have fun with it.
Goof.
Yeah, and so, you know, my little brother has a rat tail, and you know, I've had a mohawk before. I wear some pretty bright, loud colors and clothes, and we were sitting there one day this summer, and I was like, hey man, I really want this for my hairstyle, and I'm not gonna say what it is because I can't. And he was like, what? I was thinking the same exact thing. And I was like, all right, we're doing it together.
Okay.
And so then we were like, all right, cool. But then we ended up getting like 5 other people to join with us. So my trainer's doing it, my cousin's doing it, my agent's doing it, my masseuse is doing it. Like there's gonna be 7 of us that are doing it. But the problem is this awkward middle phase. I mean, it's like people like make fun of my hair and they're like, man, I look, you know, you don't think I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror and I'm like, yo, what is this? Like this is so like obviously I think it's terrible too. Like I've had a faux hawk for like the last 5 years.
But
and
can I suggest something? Because I kind of have a little longer hair. I got the pompadour. If you ever think about it, let me know. I'll cut you cool hair. What, in your opinion, is your signature move?
My signature move is my hesitation right. I just come up, I hesitate, I pause for a little bit, and I just keep it going to the right. It's a very, very simple move, but if you can get the deception down, the change of speed, it should work pretty well.
Oh no, we gotta talk about you going to Adidas. Yeah, I mean, you've been an Adidas athlete for how many years now?
Like
a year?
A year and a half or so.
Year and a half or so?
I'm into Crazy Light Boosts. I got player editions, so I got to design them, and they put my logo on there, and I got to like choose the materials, like the sole, the way it looks, and just the colorways and the nuances about it. So that was pretty fun.
I saw you recently posted the ones with the ice blue sole.
Yeah.
The ice clear sole.
Yeah.
That's your one that you designed.
Yeah, I designed that one, and then I'll probably post it soon because I just got it a couple weeks ago. But I wore them in my most recent game. But there's a Galaxy edition that I made because I was like, oh, purple and teal. I have a backpack that's purple and teal, and it's a Galaxy. So I was like, oh, let's make a Galaxy shoe.
So you played in the Bay.
Yeah.
You played in New York. You played in Houston and LA. Those are huge Asian markets. You're now in Charlotte. I believe it's 4% Asian. What are you gonna miss?
I'm definitely gonna miss seeing Asian people because, like, I grew up, you know, with a lot of Asians, Asian family, Asian church, and so I definitely miss that. And like last year, it's like, oh, you want bubble tea, you want, you know, dim sum, you want.
Well,
even like Korean barbecue or good sushi or whatever, and it's not
right.
It's like Chinese food, but it's Asian.
Yeah, right.
You know, and like out here, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna eat sushi out here. Like,
let's just eat sandwiches.
Let's just you know. And then I miss being close to my friends because a lot of my friends are Asian, and so you know when they come visit, it's a lot harder to fly across the country than it is just go to LA.
I guess one question I had was, and this is just from the people that I grew up around, right? I don't think they understand it. I think that I have an understanding now, especially me and you, and just kind of following your career. They're like, why doesn't Jeremy try really hard to adapt to and try to be ultra cool in the NBA? Like, you know what I mean? Like essentially like a Jabberwocky, but an NBA player, or you know, Jay Park, K-pop rapper type thing.
More urban.
You know, I'm a big fan of just being who you are. You know, and like people can't always understand who, because they see one side of me and they're like, all right, that's one side of him. But then they see something else and it's like, oh man, he plays basketball, so he's probably like this. But then he went to Harvard. Oh shoot, like now I'm really throwing it off. And then like he likes gaming and he plays video games and watches Naruto and like, oh man, that's pretty, you know, Asian and whatever. And then it's like, oh man, he just put out a YouTube video where he's like hanging out with all these like NBA guys. And it's just like, for me, it's like, I don't like being put in a box, and I don't like having people put other people in a box, because like I've already been put in a box enough growing up. It's just like, oh, you're Asian American, you're this, like you're not supposed to do this, you're supposed to do this. Like everything about that has always bothered me. And so for me, I'm always just like, dude, I'm gonna be myself. And as long as I treat people the right way, as long as like I earn their respect, and then they'll respect me for who I am, and I'll respect them for who they are. And that's kind of what it boils down to.
Right, because a lot of people do think if you hoop, you can't watch Naruto and play Dota.
Yeah, and it's like, no, you can, because once you finish the game, you can go home and then you can watch Naruto. Like, that's how it works. They're not mutually exclusive. Well, I mean, you guys are doing it too. Like, if you look at the YouTube thing, it's like, all right, well, people see YouTube a certain way, but then some of the stuff you guys talk about or some of the things you try to do, like, they go in a different direction. So why do you do that? It's because that's who you are. That's what you love doing. And, like, you want to challenge the whole notion of, like, all right, Asian American YouTube celebrity. Like, what does that mean? And
you
it's
have
like,
to eat cinnamon.
Yeah, and the point is, like, dude, stop trying to tell everybody what an Asian American YouTube celebrity is supposed to be. Like, take each individual for who that individual is. And you guys are pushing that same value in a different way.
Sure. Appreciate that, man. For you to say that about us, man, when you're doing what you're doing, man.
I appreciate it.
Was it at all a process for you to arrive at this conclusion where you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna be me and break the stereotypes in my own way by liking what I like? Or was there a point where you thought, oh, maybe I should just try to combat every single one? Or was it just very organic, I guess?
No, like when I first started, I was like, man, there's so much pressure. I got, this. Like, everyone's gonna think this. And then after a while, I was just like, it's not even making me happy. Like, I put so much pressure on myself to try to be who everybody wants me to be. That's kind of dumb. That doesn't even make sense. Like, the whole reason why everyone cares about my story is because I did it a different way. So why all of a sudden now that I'm in the NBA, why do I have to try to do it the way everyone else wants me to do it all of a sudden?
Craft it in some sort of picturesque way, right?
Exactly, and that's for me, it's like, one, that's fake. Okay. And two, that's just like, I don't know, it's not a happy existence. Now I actually have a strong desire to change the whole perception of gaming too, because it's like, oh my goodness, he's good at gaming. He must be a skinny Asian kid in the basement of his mom's apartment wearing glasses and eating Hot Pockets.
Right.
It's like, what? No. There are so many different gamers than just that. And like stuff like that, it's like.
Do you think when you first came in the league, you'd be like, nah, I'm not into that. Nah, I'm not into that stuff. Or would you just be like, ah, it's cool, yeah, I mean.
I would be like, if people ask me about it, I'd be like, yeah, that's awesome. Like, I'd be like, Dota is awesome. Like, Halo 3 is awesome. You know, like, I would say that, but I wouldn't, like, go to a Dota tournament like I just did. You know, like, why did I go to the internationals? It's because, like, I think people need to see that basketball player, gaming, like, you can be both.
You'll dunk on them. But then you'll just beat him at Dota too.
Oh man! I didn't say I was gonna beat him. I wouldn't say I was good at Dota, but I love Dota.
How do the pre-existing Dota people feel about you entering the world?
It's not like all of a sudden I was like, all right, I'm gonna 0 to 100 declare my love for gaming. Like I always have for a while. It's just become a little bit more publicized recently. But I think they're cool. I think they're cool with it. I think they're cool with it as long as I know what I'm talking about, as long as I actually know the game.
You start saying wrong things.
Yeah, if I'm like calling heroes the wrong heroes and like making up names, they're probably just like, all right, he's just faking it.
I got a question about gaming again, and it's like a lot of people go to gaming to kind of get what you receive from basketball, but you play ball, play sports at an extremely high level, and then you game. What do you get from each one that's different? Or is it a similar feeling somehow? Like,
so that's the thing is like people are always like, why do you love gaming so much? You know, like especially girls, like my mom, my sister, my cousins, like they do not understand like why. Because I play, my brothers play, my friends play, like, and all the guys would be like, yes, we're gonna, whatever, we're gonna play.
Let it do.
And then all the girls are like, oh, okay, so what are we supposed to do? You know, and they're like, why do you love it so much? And I'm like, all right, well, if you think about basketball, it's 5-on-5, Dota, 5-on-5, like. I can play.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so it's like a 5-on-5 game, and you just work together. It's all about the team, you know. Like for me, I grew up with brothers, and I'm super close to my brothers. So it's always been like how we can do stuff together, be a team, and like play and fight for each other. And that's what like video games is like, and basketball is like as well.
Is there offensive and defensive schemes just like the league?
There are definitely offensive and defensive schemes.
I actually read this quote about how you were an economics major and a social minor. And I feel like nobody really asked you to delve into your thesis or whatever what you graduated with at Harvard. And it says here that it was about urban communities, nonprofits, and all the different dynamics that are at work in those systems. Is that something that obviously you're still really passionate about?
Yeah, 100%. Like everything I studied in college was to eventually be able to help poor communities, first of all, understand why they're poor, understand why they're impoverished, why there's high crime, why the kids, I love kids, so it's always been about the kids for me. It's like, why are these kids behind the 8 ball? Eventually, all my off-the-court stuff wants to go back into this nonprofit, philanthropic, like underprivileged children avenue, and so I have a long-term vision for me and for the Jalen brand and for the Jalen Foundation, where everything we're doing is going to eventually cater. Even if you look at my endorsements now, there's like every single one of my endorsements, every single one of my business, they like all have a philanthropic side of it, because that to me is like, you talk about culture creation or breaking down stereotypes too. It's like, we as people need to be more concerned about other people. Like, we're in the U.S. where it's just like American dream, American dream, American dream, and
it's kind of a winner takes all society.
Yeah, and you drive by 10 people that you realize, oh my goodness, they don't even have, they never even had the same opportunity I had growing up, and like, okay, how can I reach out and help them?
I don't know if you remember the parody videos we did of you and where Andrew impersonated you back when you were at Harvard.
We were trying to predict certain endorsements that you would get, and we just want to run it by you and see if you've been approached by any of them. I'm not saying that you took them. You don't have to say if you're thinking about it. All right, this video is from 5 years ago.
Okay.
Jeremy Lin interview talks race, groupies, and basketball.
We take advantage of this great promotional opportunity.
Yes, definitely. I've been contacted by HTC, Kikuman, Qingdao, and Kaplan SAT Prep. And there's a ton more. Lee Kum Kee, Roland Heights, 99 Ranch, Jay Chow, various engineering societies, business schools across the country, and basically higher education in general. Paul Mall Fall, Wong Lee Home.
Who approached you? Who are you with?
I would say about 75% of those we've had discussions or.
Oh! Yes! Fortune tellers, man. Can I do my Jeremy Lin impression for you?
You gotta go ahead.
And this, I feel like maybe even back then more. I feel like now you've even like loosened up and maybe opened up more, but back then you're. Just trying to really move the ball around and just trying to make sure that everybody can get the ball. It's just a tough game.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Sometimes I'll make fun of myself like giving interviews because I'll watch it and I'll be like, why do I talk like that? Because it's like so serious, it's like a serious setting, and then like you said, like recently I've just been like, I'm just gonna listen up.
I know you got chops because I know you said a couple funny things about like Kobe back in the day and stuff. Has anyone said that your interview's surprisingly, like, for a Harvard guy, I kind of thought, man, that's stereotypical. I mean, it's not like it screams Harvard sometimes on your interviews.
Oh no,
because I know you're smart, obviously.
No, there's no question. I mean, a lot of it, and that's PR where it's like you got to understand, and then like the interview is like a lot of times like after a game where I'm just like, all right,
right.
Think about the game.
Did you?
I don't want to talk about the game. We just played bad. I played bad. We lost. Like, what else do I need to say? And it's just like, it was a tough game.
What is your favorite NBA celebration?
My favorite NBA celebration, it used to be the 3-point goggles, but then like you kind of got to switch it up every once in a while, like the 3-point goggles I can't keep using.
Well, once it gets seen like a certain number of games, you gotta like.
What's your favorite from somebody else? Like right now, you're like, oh, I like that. Like I wish I would have thought of that.
I think Wes Matthews had like Candace Everdeen Hunger Games where he goes like that. Him and actually I think the whole Trailblazers team was doing it, where they're like sharpshooter like.
Oh, let's brainstorm some potential 2015, 2016 Jeremy Lin NBA celebrations. About this, and this is kind of a take from a Taiwanese American dance troupe called Instant Noodles Crew, dancing. So let's say you hit your third 3 in a row, and it was like it's in the fourth. Yeah. How about this? You run back down the court and you go.
Oh, you know how James Harden got the cooking, right? But I'm like, what's the Asian cooking? So you hit him with the wok. I mean, you even got, take it one step further, the cooking, I mean, there's so much about Asian cooking. You can hand-pull noodles, you can do this. Confucius beard stroke.
Yeah.
Like when you thought of the good play or something coming out of the huddle, and you're like, yeah, I got this on lock.
A gamer one. What's a gamer movement we could do? Like
They're all the same. It's the mouse and the keyboard, but it's what goes on the screen that's what's different.
you hit your third three and then just.
All right, you can do the one that breaks the stereotype when you go, when you drive it in hard and you get the and when you're like, I can drive.
Do that, you can do
Asians
that.
can drive.
Yeah, maybe. Well, you gotta hit him with like a little stick shift too, right?
Oh, like initial serious.
I'm gonna take these ideas and really brainstorm them.
Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching that very special edition of Asian Guys Talk About the NBA.
Try to catch a Hornets game this year. If not, keep up with the highlights. Thank you so much for sitting down with us, man. Excited for this season, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. I'm glad I could be on. Thanks for you guys' support. You guys, people say that we were there from the beginning. You guys were there from the beginning. Appreciate it.
Alright, you guys, make sure you let us know in the comment section below what your favorite part of this interview was, and number 2, your predictions for the 2015-2016 NBA season.
And until next time, we in Charlotte, North Carolina, we out.
Peace.
That's the end of part 2, man. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Hey, don't forget the ball, man.
Young bros. Had a great time.
What's going on,
See you
everybody?
guys next time.
Basketball season starting soon. So you know we had to bring to you a brand new edition of our